Hello. I was going to the Triangle Market down State Street here in Madison to get a lottery ticket. If I win, it's God's will. If I lose, it's God's will. I looked up and saw where they keep the adult magazines, the porn magazines, Hustler, Barely Legal, etc. And I just looked, and I mean, it was kind of like it caught my eye, and it was kind of like a siren call. It was kind of like, you want to. Come on, it won't hurt anything. And I mean, I have struggled with pornography most of my adult life. Started when I was looking at it when I was 12, 13. And and the odd thing is, most of the girls in like the magazines like Barely Legal, etc., stuff like that, were born when I started looking at pornography. That's scary. And I would like buy magazines, have subscriptions to websites, etc. And then physical gratification, but emotionally and spiritually, it deadened. It was deadening. I didn't enjoy it. Physically, I enjoyed it, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally, I didn't. And every time, I'd have a huge, I'd throw away the magazines, cancel the subscriptions, etc. And days, weeks, maybe even a month later, I'd be back at it. And coming next month, it's going to be a year since I bought a magazine, a DVD. I went to a free website with had pictures and video of naked women and people having sex. And but still, it was the urge, just like I had before. Just like before, when I'd see that, it would just be a tug. The only difference is, I feel like I have God backing me up now, and I feel like I have the strength, like saying, no, I don't need you. And, it is. Loneliness is a terrible thing. Man was not meant to be alone. But even people who are happily married, or who are married, peruse porn. I was watching a show on CNBC last night, Porn, Business or Pleasure, and it is a business. But it's like physical pleasure. It's all surface, tactile pleasure. Using it to get off, to have fantasy, but it's like the equivalent of you're hungry, so you eat nothing but candy bars. And it twists your version of sexuality. And, in high school, I never was popular with the ladies. I'm still not popular with the ladies. But porn was my outlet. And all through college, up until last year, porn was my outlet. And my drug of choice was the Barely Legal variety. 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Various states of undress, fantasies. Girls that in my mind it was like I could never get. But it was also kind of exploitating, saying it's just seeing. And it makes you hypersexualized, and it makes you. There's a little bit of a self-loathing because you don't really enjoy it. Back of your mind, and the conscience that God gives you says, this is wrong. This is not healthy. This is not what your body was meant for. And especially some of the storylines, which is more like naughty schoolgirl and a teacher, or one a girl was breaking into into a teacher's house to get her grades, to get her like a test key, and I was like, oh, don't call the police. And I mean, it's not. I mean, it's all about power and control and objectification. And I mean, as well, I mean, and I got into like, I mean, it was like taboo, like on stuff. I mean, like the fetish stuff, and it got worse and worse and worse. And I like fiction, like mind control, things like that, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I thought I couldn't get out of it, and I mean, it's weird. It's just like all of a sudden, I mean, I felt. I mean, I think that's one of the things about being born again. You have this new spirit, you have this new strength inside you, helping you fight this temptation. And I mean, I remember once that you still want to watch porn, then you're not truly saved. You're not truly born again because you're still having the temptation. I don't buy that. I mean, we are humans. We still have the sinful. There's still the sinful human nature. The Spirit, the Holy Spirit, is riding through us and helping us battle that. But we're still going to be tempted, and we're still living in this world where there is temptations, where it's like sex is everything. Where if you're not having sex, something is wrong with you. And it's... I mean, I'm still tempted. I mean, I'm just amazed that I haven't in a year. I mean, I then from September to say February maybe, I just did fiction. I just did stories. I didn't do it wasn't like exploitation of women. It's just stories. It's just fantasy. I mean, I listen to like a Triple X Church and some like Shelley Lupin's ministry talking about like really the terrible things that go on in the porn industry. But then even those stories were about sexual fantasies about celebrities, Jennifer Love Hewitt, things like that, and mind control and other things that just wasn't healthy, and I had a very hard time fighting that. I mean, in one time, I mean, my computer froze, and I rebooted it, and I couldn't find my hard drive. Like everything was lost, and I prayed, and I said, God, if can reboot my computer and it can work, Jesus, I won't go to that site again. And I didn't go to those type of stories. And then I started like just stories about married couples, imagining my future spouse. But those sites still had links to other more hardcore stories, which I never went to. And links to like the Facebook of sex and having like a thing like Hustler, like Hustler banner up top, and I realized I don't even want to do that anymore. I mean, I feel the desire and stuff. I mean, we're sexual beings, but I'm not going to do that anymore as well. But I'm still going to have these temptations, and it is insidious. And another thought is, like back in Roman times and the Canaanite pagan religions, there were a lot of fertility rites and fertility goddesses that you would have sex, go to prostitutes for. And I'm wondering if there might be comparable to pornography, to prostitution, to all this, that we are worshiping the god of sex. We are worshiping the god of pleasure. But anyway, I just wanted to share this experience with you and hope it helps other people who are trying to kick the habit. God bless.